Should I do that? I shouldn't do that. Okay, I won't do that. Hi, I'm Shani, and welcome to Begin with Butter. Since I have a few videos up on the site already and some very exciting content for you all planned, I thought maybe I should finally introduce myself. In addition to being the founder and owner of Begin with Butter, I'm also a wife and a mother in suburban Washington, D.C. I am a Midwestern-born child of the Great Migration with both Alabama and Virginia represented in me. And now I live in the Northeast, closer to my Virginia roots. I'm a lot nerdy and a little awkward. I love my sense of humor and I love my own singing, even though nobody else in my house does. Although I do suspect that my husband rolls his eyes to cover his laughing. When I was growing up, my mother taught me the ancestral history of my family by teaching me the food of my ancestors. For me, that meant cleaning collard greens, soaking beans, and scoring hams. Also for me, it meant never touching any mixer, spatula, or cake pan without excessive ridicule from my family because I could not bake, y'all. And they did not hesitate to let me know. I kind of had an innate sense for smoked paprika and garlic powder. Baking powder and granulated sugar, not so much. During my childhood, my mother and my sister were the most proficient bakers. They could make the most delicious cakes, pies, and cookies that you've ever tasted. But that wasn't me. I wasn't born with the gene. Y'all know the gene. It's that mythical thing that some people are just born with. I was not born with that gene. Fast forward a couple of decades. My daughter, who was 3 years old and in preschool at the time, needed 52 alphabet sugar cookies for a classroom activity. And did I mention they needed frosting too? For the uninitiated, sugar cookies are the last thing that you want to bake as a new baker when you're trying to build up your confidence. The last thing. And at the time that I took on this assignment from her teacher, I wasn't a new baker. I was a non-baker. So what did I do? I happily accepted the assignment and figured I'd learn on the job. And then I died a little inside because I knew from the start I had no idea what I was doing. One all-nighter later, I dropped off 52 moderately passable alphabet sugar cookies and frosting with my daughter. And the look on her face when she walked into the schoolhouse is one I will never forget. That was the moment that lit a fire in me and made me determined for my children to become a better baker. From that point on, I baked, I studied, I failed, I cried. I baked, I studied, I baked, and I studied some more. And while I can't say that I loved every course at the Culinary School of Hard Knocks, what I can say was with all that practice and with all of that study about techniques and the science, my baking grew exponentially and I rose to a level in my baking that I never knew I could accomplish. And while I am head over heels smitten with everything having to do with baking, and while I have achieved a level of expertise that I never thought I would accomplish, I remain curious. I'm always trying to improve the crumb on that cake just a little bit more. Always trying to make that pizza crust a little bit more airy and a little bit more chewy. I'm still chasing the perfect lemon pound cake of my youth, the one that nobody thought I'd ever be able to make. I love baking so much that I opened the Gloria Bakery, a small custom bakery here in Maryland in 2019. I love baking so much that I created this channel so that I could share my expertise with you. This channel is for you. For those of you who feel intimidated by baking. For those of you who say, I'm just not meant to be a baker. I want to do it, but it's just too hard. I see you, and I welcome you here. For those of you who are more advanced, who want to perfect that brioche dough, who are still in pursuit of that perfect croissant that just shatters when you eat it, there's a place for you here too. Most of the time, the difference between perfection and bitter defeat is a simple change in technique. It will be available for you here soon. Begin with Butter is a place for all bakers. Whether you're a brand new baker or a seasoned veteran, whether you were born with the gene or not. Here, you will find pre-recorded videos and eventually live content that will help you on your journey. And hopefully, you'll laugh at my joke. It's my goal to reach the reticent as well as the already confident, to create a small army of even more confident bakers, and to hopefully have a great time along the way. I am so happy that you all are here and that you've chosen me to lead you on this journey. So go grab your spatulas and spoons, take my hand, and let's begin. I love you, Sean Elliott.